Well guys, it's that time of year again. Firewood time. Time for wood cutting season. Well, once again it snuck up on us this year. Come the end of May, man, we were just about locked out of cutting any firewood. It had been so dry this year. We live in a very humid, or a very, not humid, a very dry area, and so we finally got some rain, enough to where I can run the saw again and not worry about starting a forest fire, since we live next to national forest land here. Anyhow, I have a bunch of trees that that fell across the line last year, and so I got to get those cleaned up. And yeah, what do you do? Typically, you have to season wood for a long time, and where we're at, it dries out really quick once you split it. So, we're going to get a start on this and get some of this gathered up for the year. Well guys, we got a whole bunch of stuff cut up today. Hey sweetie. Got all the stuff we skidded over last year cut up, as well as a bunch of stuff we downed last year and just hadn't got to. So probably got, all in all, maybe a cord and a half cut up. So, and that's just working for a little while here. So I'm going to try and do that every night after work, go and run a tank or two through the saw and see how much we can get saved up before the snow starts flying here. So, you guys have a good night. We'll catch you later. Well guys, day 2 here. I'm going to fire up the log splitter, make sure that's rolling. Dude's going to be out helping me today. So I can see if we can get this thing fired up and put some gas in it, etc. Well, I got Dee Dee's log splitter all up and running. Now I'm at the filling station here. Filling up our counterweight that we have for the tractor here. We're gonna have a bunch of weight with rounds in the bucket, so I want to make sure we're not tipping over out here in the woods. Well, we just had a catastrophic failure at the log splitter here. The pop-off valve here that controls when the auto kick-off on the auto return was a little bit rusted up, so I was oiling it. We were getting it lubed up and messing with that back and forth, and apparently built up enough hydraulic pressure here that we blew the oil filter off, just off the casting here. So now we've got hydraulic fluid everywhere. It's a pretty simple fix, other than it's really annoying when I'm wanting to get this done. So I will get a new filter, get some hydraulic oil, get a new inline filter head, and we'll start over tomorrow. Well, here's a look at the replacement filter head I got. That's a nice steel one. One that came off was a you know, cast aluminum. Not super durable, but this one has steel threads on it, so hopefully if we have that sort of an issue again, it'll won't blow off here, it'll blow something else. Yay. The store didn't have exactly what I wanted. This is 3/4 and that's 1 inch, but I did find a 3/4 to 1 inch kit. So get some pipe thread and some pipe dope on these things, and we'll get it put back together. Brother-in-law was down, and we were doing some plumbing fittings, and he does a lot of natural gas stuff, and so I was talking about you know, the tape versus the pipe dope here, and asking him which one he liked using. And we were doing a fitting, he said, well, I want both. Thought that was kind of odd, and he's like, well, kind of like a hug without a kiss. They're both nice on their own, but you put them both together and then you got something. So I thought that was pretty humorous. Since then I've been using both when I do fittings, and I haven't had any leaks, so there you go. Alright, we got it adapted back down to 3/4. We're going to go ahead and put that back on. I don't know how most people do it, but when I tighten like a row of stuff like this, I just tighten the end one and they'll all tighten as they go down. That seems to work pretty good for me. It's fixed. Now we can go back to what we were doing yesterday.
We're gonna be good for kindling this winter. Been working on kindling, so I have an entire bucket full, 2 garbage cans, and then 2 big totes. So should be set.
What's your goal for this year?
To not have to cut kindling sitting in front of the fireplace and have kindling flying all over the living room. That one. That one. That one. That one. This is all wood that's super pitchy.